This is going to be a flow style class. Normally it would be a hot flow, but today you're going to have to either crank up the heat in your house or you're going to have to move extra, take all the extra options. That way you can really get the heat that you want. So I will say it's one challenging thing about an online class is I can't see you, so I can't come over and nudge you, maybe to take it easy or to do less. So I'm really going to ask that you listen to your body here, and if you need to do less, please do less. Take rest, child's pose, just have a seat, lay down. We are going to get into some back bends today. So again, really listen to your body. As soon as you start hearing some whispers of, oh, this is starting to really give me some sensation here, I don't know about it, that's a good place to stop. It's always better to do less than to do too much, okay? No pose is worth an injury. So take care of yourself, honor ahimsa, non-harming, both mentally and physically today. So we are going to get started on our backs. So go ahead and lay down. Allow your low back to even connect to the floor. You can hug the knees into the chest just to kind of settle in here. Let the feet come flat. And then with your block-like item, whatever that is, whether it's a rolled up towel or, a stuffed animal or whatever you have, just begin to lift up the hips and place that under the low back, right under the sacrum. Ladies, right where the logo is for your pants, for your waistband. Just starting in this supported bridge. And then begin to pull the shoulder blades together behind you, letting the outer edges of the collarbones come apart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Noticing anything that you've brought onto the mat with you today. Perhaps that's a lot of distractions. How weird is it to practice at home, you guys? We normally do this in the studio. But what a gift to try something new, to be forced to expand and to grow our practice. Just acknowledge that. And then find a little bit of gratitude for it. Continue deepening the breath. Letting the belly really soften on the exhale. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, this is a good time. Perhaps thinking about how you'd like to feel during or after the practice as a result of it. And if nothing is coming to mind, that's perfectly fine. Just whatever's in your mind, let it be. Welcome every thought, every feeling. Begin to wiggle the toes. Lift the heels, press the heels down, lift the toes. Roll to the outside edges, maybe separate the knees. Bring the knees together, just find some movement. Now, press into the feet, lift the hips up, and move your prop aside. I'm going to move this so you can see. And then roll down on the spine. Good. Inhale, press up, squeeze the glutes, and then push down through the heels and pull them back towards you. Lifting up through the thighs, squeeze the glutes, pull the heels back. Lower straight down and up. Squeeze the glutes. Press the front of your pelvis up towards the sky. Pull the heels back. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Straight down. One more time. Inhale. Up. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Press the hips a little higher. Maybe this time we interlace the fingers beneath the back. Tuck the shoulder heads under. Find a little more lift, a little more push. And instead of pushing the mat away from you with your feet, I want you to pull it towards you. Feel the glutes and the hamstrings really engage. Notice if the knees are going wide, squeeze them towards each other. adduction. Another breath in and out. This time, roll down and hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Good. Like I said, we're doing back bends, so we need to really begin to wake up the core and the posterior chain pretty early on. Call these our trust muscles. So let's go ahead and do that. Hands behind the head. Lift up so that just the shoulder tips are touching. And then bring your legs so that they're in a Pilates table if you guys take Pilates. From here, lift up a little bit higher. Tap the right toe down towards the ground and up. Left toe down and up. Look towards the belly button. Down, up, down, up. Now right foot out to the right side, up. Left foot to the left side, up. Straighten the legs, lower them down. We're in our low boat, hollow body shape. Okay, we're going to find our high boat. Are you ready? Come all the way up. You can do it. You can bend the knees if you'd like. Good. We're really getting into it, guys. And low boat, hands behind the head. Lower the feet down. Good. Lift the chest. Knees to table. This time, drop the knees to the right. Pull the belly button towards the front of the spine. And up. Other side. And up. Other side, up, other side. Good. Hug the knees to the chest, lower the head down, rock the head left to right. Good. Roll through the ankles. Good. Drop both knees towards the right side, arms out to a T or a cactus-like shape. Really finding a deep connection with the breath. It's going to guide you through the practice. Use the right leg to press the leg back up through center, and then drop the knees over to the left. Can you feel some heat already? Left knee presses the right leg up towards center. Hug the knees towards the chest. Tuck the chin. Make a nice little compact ball with the body. Rock side to side. And then up and down. Coming all the way up to a seated position. Now, I'm going to turn to face you, but you just stay the way you're facing. From here, hands on the thighs or the knees. We're going to do some seated cat-cow. So inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, hollow the front of the body. Really scoop the tailbone under. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. One more time just like this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Now come to a neutral spine. And we are going to reverse that breathing. We normally inhale for the cow and exhale for the cat, but we're going to switch it up so we get air in different parts of the body, okay? So this time we're going to inhale for that cat shape. Exhale, bring the heart forward. Inhale, fill the back body. Exhale, empty it. One more time. Inhale, fill the back body. Exhale. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, plant the hand down, reach the arm over. Option to cactus through the arm. Maybe draw some big circles if you need a little bit more movement. Up through center. Other side. Same option. Notice what the body needs, and then respond to those needs. Up through center, breathe in. Really grow tall, and twist. If you want to test the motility that you have within the core, you You can bring hands to heart center and inhale, and then twist just using the muscles of the abdomen, like you're wringing out a wet towel. And then maybe from there, keep the engagement, keep the squeeze, and then plant the hand and get a little bit more mobility. Find a little extra range of movement there. Same thing, other side. You can reach up and go straight into the deeper twist, or you can test your motility. Reaching, wringing up the towel using your muscles, and then getting a little assistance to go a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow the hands forward. Scoop the tailbone under. Let this be a low back stretch. Good. From here, make your way towards table. Shift the hips from right to left. If you need some cat-cows, if you need some other lateral movements, go ahead and take them. But I'd like you to get to downward facing dog as soon as you're ready, okay? So find your plank pose, downward facing dog. And we haven't really opened the hamstrings yet, so it might be very helpful for you to really bend the knees, push the top part of the mat away. Be generous with yourself. Deep bends of the knees, lift the heels, and then lift the sit bones. Wrap the underarms towards each other. Feel the back of the upper back broaden. Push, push, push the floor away. And then maybe begin to just drop the heels down. Feel sensation through the backs of the legs. Can you pull the low belly in? Maybe rock, bending one knee, then the other. Can dip the hips, just warming up, creating some heat. Speaking of heat, let's kindle that fire. Find your plank pose. And I'm not talking about high plank, cheetah plank. Bring it down, okay? Pull the collarbones apart, pull the belly button away from the floor. Grip into the mat so you're almost white fingernailing it. The tips of your fingers turn white, so you're really gripping in. Pull back through the heels, firm through the legs. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. Engage the glutes. Tuck the chin, pull the crown of the head forward. Inhale, rock forward, tippy toes. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Rotate the eyes of the elbows forward. Slowly lower all the way down to the belly. Got to move for space's sake here. I'm too long. Okay, from here, bring the fingers out wider than the mat. Tent the hands. Inhale, lift the heart. Gentle cobra. Not very much weight in the hands. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, find a little more lift. You can even press a little bit of weight into the fingers. Press the tops of the feet down into the ground. And then roll down. Inhale, lift. This time we're going to drop the left shoulder towards the floor, look towards the right. Up through center. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down. Up through center and lower down. Elbows under shoulders, Sphinx pose. Push down through the elbows, push down through the hands, and then pull the elbows back towards the rib cage, pull the heart forward. And then push down through the palms and pull the forearms apart from each other. Feel the upper back work. Push down through the tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes. You can feel the tips of your shoulder blades gliding towards each other and down your spine. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Tuck your toes. Firm your quadriceps, lifting your kneecaps away from the floor. And then begin to pull your belly button towards the front of your spine, lifting the pelvis up, forearm plank. Pausing here, again, nice and strong. And we're still pulling the hands back, the feet towards each other. Pull the belly button away from the floor without letting the back arch. Inhale, rock forward, tippy toes. Exhale, rock back. Create some heat. Rock forward, inhale. Exhale, rock back. Rock forward, rock back. Look towards the toes. Push your arms into the floor as you lift the hips and walk the toes forward. Dolphin pose. Again, be generous with yourself. Bend the knees, lift the heels. Push the floor away from you with the arms. Three breaths here. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Flare the tailbone up and out. Push down through the heels actively, even if they don't come near the floor. Mine sure are not. And now push the mat away from you with the arms. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Walk the feet back, forearm plank. Let the pelvis come down. Sphinx pose. Roll the heart down. Good. From here, bend through the right leg. Reach back with a hand. If you can reach it, grab it. Otherwise, use your strap or makeshift strap. Begin to feel a stretch in the quadricep. If you're not feeling much, you can begin to engage the glute and lift the leg up. Paying attention to any negative sensation on the inside or the outside of the knee. Lifting the thigh away from the floor to get more of a stretch. If I sound out of breath, it's because I am. I'm not used to practicing and talking and teaching. Normally I make you guys do all the work. So here we are. Good, release. Other side. And you can use both hands or one hand. Whatever feels good. Ujjayi breath if it's in your practice. Breathing in and out through the nose. Audible oceanic breath full of victory and power. Or just breathe in and out in any way that works for you. Your body will breathe itself, so you don't really need to give it much thought. Okay, slide the hands back. They're not right under the shoulder heads. Instead, they're really framing the upper rib cage. Tuck the toes. And you have the option here to keep the knees down and press up through table, or to lift the knees and press up through plank. I'm going to press up through table. Downward facing dog. And notice your spacing. If you're a little close, you can come forward in your plank. Make the adjustments of your hands and your feet. And then find that down dog. Pedal out. Notice what you need. Now let's get a little bit more movement. Let's get some vinyasas in so we can really stoke the fire going on inside. Eyes forward. Push into the hands. Keep weight pushing into the hands. More weight into the hands than the feet. So you can get real light. Bend the knees as much as you need to. You get shoulders over wrists, real light in the feet, real light. And then take the fold. Good. Ragdoll here. Keep the feet wide or bring them together. You can sway. You can just hang heavy. You can grab the feet with the big toes, or I guess with the peace fingers to big toes. Whatever floats your boat. Nice bend in the knees. We want to focus on lifting the tailbone up more than pushing the knees back. Now plant the left hand, bend through both knees, reach the right arm up. Perhaps you can begin straightening through one leg, maybe not. Again, option to circle through the arm to cactus, hand down, and then switching sides. Both hands down. Heel toe the feet under the hips if they're not already. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, so that's a half forward fold. Bring palms to the shins. Push palms into shins, push shins into palms. Guide the heart away from the thighs. And then tuck the chin so the back of the neck is long and lift the tailbone. Breathe in. Breathe out to fold straight legs. Again, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, push down through the feet to really charge up, reaching high, taking up space. Now from here, you can take a twist. I would recommend cactusing the arms, lifting the chest, even bringing hands to sacrum, lifting up through the heart, and then begin just arching, tipping the heart back. Back bends come from the lumbar spine, not from the thoracic. So we really just want to lift through the thoracic and allow the bend, an arch, to come from the low back. We're not kinking a hose and just snapping it. We're really reaching and arching here. So just pressing the pelvis forward, soft bends in the knees. Keep the chin tucked to protect the neck. Notice what sensations you have. When you feel your edge, pause, take a breath. Exhale, neutralize. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Option here to drop the knees down. Lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, locust pose. Good. Exhale, lower down. Press up through table, downward facing dog. That's vinyasa option 1, guys. Eyes forward, feet forward, tiptoe steps or hops, whatever works for you. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, rise up. Same thing, take a back bend. It can be just a chest opener. Maybe you go a little bit deeper. Noticing the breath. Using the breath to get into the shape, because that guarantees you can breathe once you're there. Neutralize the spine. Reach tall, and the very slow forward fold using a flat back. Lift the tailbone as the heart comes down. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. Option again to lower the knees down or to stay high here. Shifting forward. This time, slowly lowering all the way to the belly. Keeping the shoulder heads lifted, the collarbones broad so they don't collapse down. And then find your cobra. And it can be a baby cobra, maybe floating. Maybe you need a little more stretch and it feels really good. Yogi's choice. And if you're doing your cobra, again, pull the shoulder blades down the back, pull the collarbones apart. Lift through the sternum. Tuck the toes, pull the belly button towards the spine as you lift the hips all the way up and back. Eyes forward, feet forward. Any way that works for you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend the knees, sink the hips, push through the feet, rise up. This time I'd like you to take a twist instead of a back bend so you can keep the arms up and then open to a T. Maybe bring the right hand to the back of the low back, left arm up and over as you twist a little more. Up through center, T to the other side. Twists are really helpful for back bends, so keep that in mind. If you need to do more back bends at home, add some twists in. Take care of yourself. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, doing traditional Surya Namaskar A. We're going to plant the hands, step or hop back into Chaturanga. That means hopping back into bent elbows. Pushing into the hands, lowering down. Inhale, lift the heart. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. From here, inhale, lift the right leg. Bend the knee, open the hip. You can find some movement there if it feels good, or you can challenge yourself and really just reach through the heel. Push extra hard into the left hand. Again, we're crossing the different hemispheres of the brain. It's really good for us. Press through that corpus callosum. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. And reach. Step it all the way forward. Left knee comes down. Good. If you need some blocks here to make your arms longer, you can certainly have blocks here. My other one's back there. There we go. So you can make your arms longer here. That way you can really lift up through the heart. And just notice where you need a little extra love. Maybe it's bringing the pelvis forward. Maybe it's bringing the pelvis back, finding more stability. You have options. This is your practice. When you're ready, though, I'd like you to begin straightening through the right leg. So bring the blocks back so that hands can come under shoulders. Push down through the heel, slight bend in the right knee, and then pull that right heel back. And come forward. Good. And you can keep the blocks where they are or just kind of move them to the side. Left hand comes down, right arm lifts. Take a twist. Might be a good time to TP the fingers, tent the fingers, or bring a block under that left hand if you don't have one. Begin bending through the back knee. Take a quad stretch. Allow yourself to smile. Just for yourself, no one else can see it. Softly land the foot, land the hands. Hands frame the front foot, tuck the back toe, look forward, step it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down, rise up. Hands to heart. Okay, you have the option here. Take a vinyasa, any sort of sun salutation that feels good for you, or just step back, downward facing dog, okay? I'm going to take Surya Namaskar A again. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Planting the hands, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. This time the left leg lifts. Option to bend the knee and open. To just reach, get extra long. Notice where you feel sensations, maybe good ones or uncomfortable ones. Welcome them all. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Puff up the back. Send it back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it forward. Step it all the way forward. Plant the knee down. Good, coming up. And just kind of notice what you need again. Is it more stability? Is it deeper into the front hip flexors? You can use blocks to help give you a little more support towards the ground, rooting down. Lift the heart forward. You can find some movement if you need to. Each side is a little different, so maybe it needs something just slightly different. Nothing crazy different, but different enough. Good. And then begin to bring the blocks back under the shoulders so you can straighten through the left leg, keeping the hips stacked over the knees. Lift the heart and maybe bow the heart forward a bit. Pull the left hip back, press the right hip bone forward. Notice the sensations you feel. If you have the impulse to come back and forth, stretching the hamstrings to the hip flexors, go ahead. Okay, coming back. Knees stacked over the ankle. And we're going to take that twist. This time the right hand plants and the left hand lifts. Option to move through the shoulder. Notice what feels good. And then we're going to bend the knee, take the quad stretch. Good, landed. Good, notice again, how are you feeling? What do you need? Let's take the twist. one more time. Let it feel good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Hand comes down. Plant the hands. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee. Step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Rise up. And fold all the way forward. Step the feet back. Plank pose. Pause here. Build some heat. Maybe draw circles, the hips, going in one direction, then the other. Knees down, and then bring the hips towards the heels. Good. Interlace the fingers behind the low back. Open through the heart. Grab your blocks if you have some, or whatever your block-like items are, and bring them next to the heels. Finding Ustrasana, camel pose. Come up, hips over knees. Now I want you to imagine that right in front of you there's some sort of a wall. We don't want to push the pelvis so far into the wall that now the pelvis is in front of the knees, but we also don't want to have the knees in front. So we want to be really well aligned here. Bring the hands to the heart and lift up. Imagine your heart lifting up away from the pelvis. And then from here, just begin to lean the heart back as you maintain a press forward of the pelvis, keeping that stack. And you can either tuck the toes and reach for a heel, or you can reach for a block, okay? So keeping the stack, keeping the lift of the heart. We'll start on high level here. Lifting through the heart. Breathing. Keeping the collarbones open. And before you drop your head back, allow there to be a tuck of the chin. Protect the neck. If you're ready to go deeper, you can lower the prop level. You can tuck the toes and use the heels. Just breathe where you are. Engage the glutes. It's going to stabilize the low back and provide protection. You can even firm the belly, and that again is going to help the low back. Maybe you untuck the toes, go a little bit deeper. Camel pose often is a love it or hate it pose. That's because it's hard. Some body types have an easier time with it, and that's okay. Okay, we're going to slowly come up. One way that I feel is helpful is bring one hand to the belly, and then begin to tuck the chin, roll up, other hand to the low back. Okay, sit back towards the heels, neutral spine. And then find some gentle twists. Around the back, let it feel good. Good. Come up. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, come all the way down, child's pose. Okay, plant the hands, plank pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Bring it through cheetah, step it all the way forward. We're in our high crescent lunge. So before you rise up, notice where your legs are. Knee is stacked, maybe even the knee slightly behind the ankle. You're on train tracks, not a tightrope, so maybe separate the feet, widen them a bit. And then begin to engage through the legs, squeezing them into place. Push down through the feet, keeping the legs still so that you just hinge up with the upper body. So it's a nice deep low lunge. You can slightly bend that knee for extra challenge. You can lift the heel for extra challenge. Bring hands to heart. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Lift the heart, maybe drag the fingertips or the knuckles down that back leg. Feeling the back bend. The heart opening. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, plant the hands down. Vinyasa option here, you guys. You can skip it. You can take whichever one you like. can go to downward facing dog, or you can go to child's pose. Getting ready for our deeper back bends. When you're ready, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg. Step it forward. Again, concrete the legs where they are. Get stable. Have a firm foundation. You're rooting down through the lower body so you can really rise up, float up really through the upper body. Slight bend in the back knee, maybe a lift of the heel, maybe not. And release the hands behind the low back. Pull the knuckles away from the back, maybe tracing down the leg, lifting through the heart. Still pulling in through the belly. Still pushing slightly forward through the pelvis. Feel the legs work. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands down. Left foot back. Vinyasa option or straight to down dog. Hope it feels like a hot flow for you guys. We're going to shift forward, plank pose. And then you can move through chaturanga. If you do that, I'd recommend holding it as long as you can. Lift the belly button, really work, pull the collarbones apart, or just lower all the way to the belly, okay? What we're going to do now is find our bow pose. So bend one leg, grab what you can, bend the other, grab what you can. You're going to inhale, you're going to lift the heart, and you're going to push your feet into your hands, and you're going to push your hands into your feet. So inhale, lift. Squeezing the thighs towards each other. Push, 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 lift, lift, lift. Push into the pubic bone to the ground. Exhale, lower down. Take a breath, take a break. I need to. And lift, inhale. If you can flip grip, go ahead and flip grip. I will not be flip gripping today. And lower. Good. Land the feet down. Make a pillow for the head. Maybe windshield wiper the legs. Find your Sphinx pose. Tuck the toes. Lift the pelvis. Forearm plank. Look back towards the toes. Walk the toes in. Dolphin pose. Lift the right leg. Option here, guys. Look forward towards the thumbs. We're flossing through the shoulders. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. If you can do your Pincha Mayurasana, this is a good time. Otherwise, switch legs. Do this 5 times. Lower the foot down, walk the feet back, forearm plank, and lower down. If you're in your pincha, take your time. The rest of us will just be resting, waiting for you. Good. And then go ahead and come up. Excuse me, I have allergies. Let's open through the arms a little bit. Grab whatever strap you have, whatever item you have. Working through Gomukhasana. So inhale the right arm up and then bend at the elbow. Use the left arm to help wrap the tricep forward and then lift the elbow up, almost like you're looking to touch between the shoulder blades. You're going to reach behind the low back with the left hand, and the fingers are going to wave at each other. Perhaps they can grab, maybe not. That's when a strap is really helpful. can also grab onto your shirt. Make sure you have space in the neck. Make sure you're not rounding to make this happen. Keep wrapping the underarm forward, lifting the elbow up. Good, and release. Let the left hand come down and really open through the front of the right shoulder. Good, other side. Left arm up, bend at the elbow, right hand assists. Maybe lifts up the elbow, comes around from behind. They can wave at each other, grab a shirt, grab a strap. Maybe they can reach each other. Find length through the spine without becoming really lordotic and flaring the tailbone out. Nice neutral curves of the spine. Let the breath slow down for just a moment. Let the parasympathetic nervous system kick on. Body feels safe, mind feels safe. Good, releasing the bind. Letting the right hand come down and the left arm find some movement. Good. Plant the hands at the top of the mat. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. We're going to open the hip, bend the knee, push into the left hand extra hard, and then lift up the left heel so you can come onto the side edge of that left foot. Again, pushing into the left hand, keeping that right leg lifted if you can, otherwise stepping it in front of the left leg and then pushing down through the foot, finding a side plank option, okay? Many options, take whichever you like. Lift the waist away from the floor, okay? Oops, I need to focus on what I'm doing. From here, you have the option to step the right foot back behind you. Find your wild thing. Push down through the feet, soft bend in the left arm, lift the pelvis up, guide the heart forward. If you can flip back to your wheel, as a few of you can, I know that are in the class, go ahead. If you're still in that modified side plank, keep pushing up, pushing down, I guess, through the right foot and pushing up through the hips. Good, meeting back in our downward facing dog. Doing the other side. Lifting the left leg. Pushing real hard into the right hand. Lifting up the right heel, coming onto the side edge of the right foot. Push, push, push into that right hand. Finding a side plank here. Either feet together, feet up. You can have that left foot behind just for a little extra support, or again, in front to modify. Many options. Then finding that wild thing, that flip. So making space if you need to, like me. Lifting up through the pelvis, squeezing through the glutes, reaching through the arm. Flipping into your wheel if that's accessible. Maybe your flip dog. Okay, come back. Moving through side plank if you'd like, taking it slower, or just making your way towards downward facing dog. Eyes forward, feet forward, any way you like. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Press up, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reaching. Take what you need here, whether that's mountain pose, Tadasana, some twists, maybe Utkatasana, chair pose for you crazy things. It's not me today, that's for sure. Hands to heart, focus. I am here. I am in my practice. I am strong. I am able. Good. Blink the eyes open if they were closed. Hands to the low back. Roll the shoulder heads back. Lift up through the heart. Imagine that you just grew 6 inches. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay, soft bends in the knees. Lift up through the heart. And then just begin tipping the heart back like you've got a limbo bar behind your upper back and you're trying to just reach over it, okay? So you're still finding support in the low back. Collarbones are still broad. Pelvis begins to push forward just like that camel pose. Keep the chin tucked as long as you need to support yourself. Okay, you have the option to reach the arms overhead, but be careful. If you're pretty open, you can bring hands to thighs. Keep rolling the shoulders open. Finding a standing back bend. If you have a drop back, this is your time, okay? Again, protect yourself here. Don't go too deep. I can't be there to say no, no, no. So you have to tell yourself no if it feels icky, okay? When you're ready, I'd like you to neutralize. If you dropped back and you're in wheel, go ahead, do your thing, your magic yogi stuff, and get back up. Find a standing posture. Okay, inhale. Let's root down. Let's just find a little bit of balance. We're going to need our feet in a few moments. So root down through the left foot and then lift up through the right knee. Hands to heart. And find your tree pose, whatever that is today. Maybe that's a kickstand. Maybe it's to the calf. I would say, obviously, I think you'll hear this in any class, skip the knee. If you need to bring it to the inner thigh, bring it to the inner thigh, but use your hand. Wherever you have your foot, though, on the inside of your leg, don't just push your foot to the leg and find that hip kind of pushing out. Push the leg back into the foot. So you're rooting down, rising up, hands to heart. Now, your roots are growing into the floor, so imagine they're breaking through your foundation, they're finding soil, you're getting stronger and stronger. And that means you can grow taller and taller. You're getting so much nourishment. So maybe the branches reach, maybe you lift through the chest. Branches can be low. Perhaps you find a mudra. You can find your Ganesha mudra, representing the obstacles we face, or overcoming those obstacles. And then when you're ready, let it go. Sway the hips, roll through the ankle. One more side. Root down through the right foot. You can bring that left knee up, just kind of establishing the balance that we have, noticing the muscles that are working. And then finding your tree pose, wherever it is. For me, it's here. You can also do your half lotus, but be very careful if this isn't something you normally do. Again, watching for sensation through the knee. We don't want to overstretch or hurt ourselves. No cool yoga pose is worth an injury. Same thing. Find an expression for the upper body. I feel like everything we're facing right now and the current times can be viewed as an obstacle, but we can overcome. Remember, you're finding counter pressure. You're lifting up nice and tall. Pull the belly in. Can you engage the glutes where you are? We're going to need those. Hands to heart. Let it go. Find some movement. And again, you're at home. No one can see you. Get weird. Do whatever you want. I get weird all the time. All you guys know that, though. Except for Aaron's family. You guys don't know that, but I'm pretty weird. Okay, guys. Here we go. Another vinyasa to ring it out. If you want to skip it and go straight to down dog, do it. Otherwise, find your flow. Okay, from here, we're going to find a seat. So everyone bend your knees real deep so that your belly comes towards your thighs. Look forward, but way forward, beyond your mat. Bend a little more, and you're going to pounce and sit. Good job. I can't see you, but I know you did a good job because I just know. So from here, boat pose again. Lift the feet, lift the arms, lift the heart. Should we do baby Simba? I think we should. Hold him up, present him. To the right, up, to the left. Option to extend the legs. To the right, up, to the left. Hold him, let's go low. Hollow body shape. To the right, overhead. Show everyone behind you, baby Simba. To the left. Right, up, left, forward, all the way up. And now you lower all the way down at your own pace. Let it feel good. You can hug the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side, whatever you need to do. If you've decided that you just didn't really want to practice today, you'd rather just watch and you're eating snacks, please go ahead in the chat. Let me know what kind of snacks you're eating. It's very important for me to know that. Just kidding. Okay, from here, we're going to find a bridge pose. My headphones are getting kind of wobbly, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. You want the heels to be about hip width apart. Reach back. Maybe you can tickle the heels, maybe not. Okay, leave some space. Palms down. And on the inhale, you're going to push into the feet, squeeze the glutes, and lift the pelvis up. Fingers come together beneath you. Walk the shoulder heads under. Find a little more lift. Squeeze the glutes. Engage. Breathe. Two more breaths here. Squeeze the knees towards each other. Squeeze the glutes. Feel everything work. Engage the belly too. And roll down. Hug the knees in. Okay, guys, you have the option to do your bridge again, or if you have already done wheel before, if it's in your practice and you can do it safely, we are going to go into our wheel pose. Okay, if you've never done wheel, please do not let this be your first time. I don't want you hurt. It's pretty easy to place the hands wrong or put too much weight on the head and hurt the neck. So if you've never done wheel, if you don't feel safe doing it without a teacher guiding you, please do what we just did, okay? We're going to hold whatever we choose to do here for 5, not 10, for 5 breaths. So if you're doing your wheel pose, hands are going to come frame the ears. If my headset falls off, that's okay. We're just doing 5 breaths. Fingers are pointing towards the toes. Squeeze the elbows in. And what we're going to do is we're going to push firmly into the hands and the feet so we rise up like an elevator. So there's no weight on the head ever, okay? When you're ready, inhale, press up, squeeze the glutes, look between the hands. Maybe you can walk the hands in, maybe you can walk the feet in. Squeeze the thighs towards each other, squeeze the glutes, push the heart forward. Remember, 5 breaths. And then slowly lower down. Tuck the chin. You did it. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. If there's any other closing poses that you know you want to do, that could include shoulder stand, halasana, ear pressure pose, anything like that, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, stay with me, okay? Happy baby. Grab the feet. Grab the ankles, grab the shins, whatever you can reach. Let the knees come wide. And again, I know this is weird, but no one can see you, so you're fine. I'm the one that looks silly here. But in yoga, we do all sorts of silly things, and that's kind of the fun of it. So feet are wide, soles are stamping the ceiling, and then bring your tailbone, your sacrum, down to the floor. It's going to provide you a lot more stability. Pull the belly in. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you straighten one leg, then the other. Deep cleansing breaths. Clearing breath in, cleansing breath out. Letting go of anything that's stale, anything that's not serving you well. Soles of the feet together, knees together. Hug them in. And now begin to think about how you'd like to spend our Shavasana. That last pose, the reason we did this whole practice. Get comfortable. You can lay flat on your back with arms and legs even coming off your mat, taking up space. You can lay on your belly, your side. Use blankets or pillows. Just allow yourself to be very comfortable. That was the whole point of the class, was to get to this moment. And just begin to notice what's going on in your mind. As you settle down, as you begin to find stillness, what kind of echoes are going on in there about your practice? Not judging them, just noticing. And then, can you let them go? And just be where you are. If your eyes are not already closed, let the eyes close. Place the right hand over the belly and the left hand over the chest if you're laying on your back. And then just notice the movement of the hands as you breathe. Soft, easy breaths, no effort. Notice the body getting heavier with each exhale. Giving yourself this time to really relax. And you begin to scan the body, looking for places that feel soft and warm. Maybe places that as the air begins to cool the skin, you feel coolness. And really enjoying the contrast of those places, the difference of sensation. And begin welcoming movement to the body again, on your terms. Waking yourself up. Moving through the hands and the feet. Stretching through the arms and the legs. Feeling this little bit of gratitude that was placed deep in the heart begin to spread through the body. You just did an hour-long active practice, something really good for your body and for your mind. Be thankful to yourself that you gave yourself the opportunity. I know I'm thankful for the opportunity to lead the practice in this format, to keep our community together. Even in this chaotic time, we still have each other. What a gift. Please find your way towards a seated position, sitting any way that's comfortable. Once you get there, just stacking the spine, maybe moving a little, getting the wiggles out. And again, I'd like to offer that Ganesha Mudra, okay? So back of the left hand to the heart. Bring the right palm towards the right hand. Slide the fingers and then find some resistance. Good. Feel uplifted, feel energized here. We overcame obstacles and we can overcome more. Drop the elbows. Take a breath in and exhale. I'd like to thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.